Anthony Davis?
Well, again, he's a great player in our league. We got to make sure there's going to have to be multiple people guarding him, from small to big, and make sure again we've got to make sure we get to him on his pop backs, on his ISOs. We did not do a good job of taking up Vucevic's space when he jab steps. But again, he can't roll freely down the lane. We got to make sure we have the lane packed, bodies in the lane, and not let him see an alley where he can get on his runway and go for dunks. And so that's the main thing. Again, you're not going to stop him completely, but we just want to make him work for every bucket he gets.
They struggled without Drew Holiday. It's impressive how he got back with the team, but what's he changed for them on the court?
Well, he's a true point guard. He's a true, to me, all-star caliber point guard that can handle the ball, shoot the three. He's bigger than you think. He's thicker than you think. Causes a lot of problem. He does a good job of attacking the paint, but then, too, he can step back and shoot the three. So that's what they missed. I mean, that'd be, equivalent to us losing Kyle. So, I'm not surprised that they've had a turnaround since he's come back.
You said after Sunday's loss that maybe the team's defense doesn't have the potential to be top tier, but it can be a lot better than that. Where do you sort of see the ceiling for this team defensively?
I mean, those are numbers. I mean, we have to be better. I'm not going to put a number on it, but we can be better. Yeah. In every phase, whether it's transition defense, half-court physicality, closing out and challenging. Our one-on-one defense, there's no schemes for that. Taking pride in guarding your man. Understand what your man is trying to do to you. The whole defensive mindset has to be better, and we have been better. So that's what I'm saying. We're not going to be a defensive juggernaut overnight, but we can be better in a lot of different phases.
In the beginning of the season, even when you were having defensive troubles, it didn't seem like transition was a big issue. Have you seen that become a bigger issue?
Well, one reason is when you don't make shots to this, when transition becomes an issue. And, when the ball's going through the net, you're not as worried about it. And so that's one reason. And, again, shooting's going to come back, but in the meantime, we got to get back.
They struggle on the road. How important is it to get on them early and get the crowd into it?
Well, I don't look at struggles on the road. I look at us taking care of, we're struggling at home. And not trying to be trite or anything like that, but we got to come out and take care of business. We've got to come out with the mindset of outworking them. Not, we're no longer second in the East. We're, in third and close to fourth. So we've got to have that mindset that we're the underdog. We got to scratch and get back to wherever we're going. And we don't, and I've said this all year, we don't have the liberty to look at other teams and look down at their record or whatever. We've got to come out and play to our identity. I know that sounds, simple, but if we don't play like that, look at teams any other way, look at their struggles, who they are. Like I tell the players all the time, those are NBA teams too. They get paid twice a month, just like you do. And they're in this league for a reason. And any team is capable. Look at San Antonio. Dallas beats them the other night. Dallas beats Cleveland. Anybody can beat anybody. Phoenix beats San Antonio. So it's not like we're immune to that if we don't come out and have the right mindset and the right focus.
You get enough from your role players at the moment?
Again, I don't know if it's getting enough, Michael, but I think we're a little out of sync. Some of our role players are playing big minutes because of injuries, and now – their chemistry is off a little bit. And, again, the reasons, the excuse is not important, but that is. I don't know if it's a lack of effort, but it's a lack of chemistry more than anything else, if that makes sense. So, again, they are off. Their plus-minus has been down for the last couple of weeks, and I would say that it would be attributed to, their lack of chemistry. And our second unit, when it's together, has been pretty special. But, since Pat's been starting and now he's back and forth, minute limitation, all that, it's kind of been out of kilter a little bit.
I was going to ask you about Pat starting. What have you seen him in that role, and how do you think sort of answered how it's trickled down to the bench?
It trickles down to the second unit, what Michael is asking. Yeah. It trickles down to their performance, their chemistry. They kind of need each other for spacing and the style of play that second unit plays with. So it affects that. But again, Pat's one of our best players, one of our better players, And so, you know, he's important to our team.
Is it tough to weigh that, like, we need to get off to a good start, but we also want
Yeah,
everything
to
working?
me it's important to get off to a good start, and there for a while we were not. When Pat was out, we were not getting off to a good start. We were at a deficit, big-time deficit early. And to, you know, so again, that's one reason why we have to have our better players in early and try to figure out the rest later. And Pat's done an excellent job with that.